听到，哎，可以开始了哈。
Yeah.
好，OK。Well, okay. Hello, everyone. I'm very glad this today have the opportunity to introduce the Huawei Cloud Blockchain Service. So today, what I will introduce is the Web3 Node Engine service. This is our new service. So for the Web3, we all said what is a Web3? So from our side, Web3, it should be must include the blockchain network or the public, or what we said is a public blockchain. So so the Web3, all the Web3 user dApps or other service, if he called on Web3, he must or he should be connected to the blockchain. So so he need so he must build by himself, build the node by himself. For example, Ethereum or the BTC or the Bitcoin or the other blockchain. So if he didn't want to build the node by himself, so he should have the other company or the other teams build the node for him. So this is the third part, or we call this node provider. So for your node blockchain node, what's how many things that the node can do? One is storage the data. So something storage in the blockchain is different with other kind of story. So another is do some transaction or running some decentralized application, decentralized app, or something like this. So this is this is a service of the node. So one way is built by himself. The other is use a third party node provider service. So this is what we done. We provide the node hosting service. So for example, if built by himself, he need to have a team, a blockchain team. He need the team members should be read the code and should be build a node. So build a node, you need to have maybe 1 week or 2 weeks times to download the data, and you still need to have some people do O&M to make sure the node running very well. For example, upgrade the plans or do some troubleshooting. And okay, if you do these things, and you need to take you need to calling hours out of age, and your business will be out of line, maybe several hours, maybe even series, maybe several days. So what we done, we provide the node hosting service and the SLA for in Huawei Cloud. You can get the 99.95% SLA, and we are reduce the energy cost. From our side, maybe we can have 19% reduce the engine cost. And if you want to do the staking, for the staking, for the S3 staking, they have so effectiveness, the validated effectiveness is a very important point for node and for the benefit. So for our effectiveness is 99%. And for the benchmark, okay, we can say benchmark, the effectiveness is 97% or 96%. So if we have a 2 or 3%, we have more have than the benefit benchmark. We have 2 or 3% higher than the benchmark. So we can go to the maybe 10% benefit per year from the Ethereum staking. So for economy ecosystem of the public blockchain, we can see the Ethereum and the Tron and the Binance smart contract as three very important blockchain in the world. Oh, okay. So what we support is what we support now is Ethereum. Second is Tron, and so that's we got more than 70% transaction or the benefit in the blockchain world. Okay, and for hosting, we can see the picture in the so most of the company or teams are choosing the hosting, for he didn't need to build the node by himself, so he just focused on their business. So that's hosting is an important way to get the node service in blockchain or in Web3. Okay, second part is our node hosting service. So as this show, this is a service of what we provide. So from this level, we can see and smart chain or the L2 rollup. So we focus on the Ethereum L2 rollup. So maybe 1 month later, we will have the Arbitrum or Optimus or other L2 rollup blockchain, maybe maybe the Starnet or other L2 blockchain. So this is what we have. And we provide two kind of the node hosting. One is a traditional node hosting. Traditional hosting means the RPC hosting just provide the HTTP or WebSocket or other kind of the RPC service. And the second hosting is a staking hosting. This is a special for the Ethereum for Ethereum staking. It's just only for Ethereum staking. So we provide this tool to service, and you can get very quick creation for the transaction node hosting or the staking node hosting. That's what we have done, and we want to make it very easy for you to use it. So maybe one click or second, you can get the node service. And so we provide the automatic monitoring, and you also can, if your business develop very fast, maybe tomorrow your business are bigger than today, so you can get very quick node scaling. So very nice for you to get more service. Also for the node for staking node hosting, we connect with the validator, and we provide the MEV booster, and we also have the distributor validator technology. That's for the more, if you need more higher security or get more higher benefit, so you maybe you can use this function. Okay, and in the so for our region, the node we built in the Singapore region. So in the Asian, the response delay is it's very low. It's less than 100. And if you are in the classical delay, it's 16 or 17. If you are in Singapore, maybe less than 20. So this is node engine service, and this is also what we provide. Okay, for node, we got a very quick creation. So for example, if you build by yourself, maybe you need 15 or 30 days. You need to learn, you need to know many things, and you need to know how to monitor it. And in the future, you still need pay some. You still need pay some guys to do the monitor, make sure he running very well. So for us, you just need one person or maybe second or some second or maybe several minutes, you can go to the node. And even the traditional or the staking node, and it's just all creation in minutes, or in the I think next week you can go to service in second. So that's what we have done. Okay, for stability insurance. So we have the second level switching, and we have the multi-active node. So make sure the node service, or make sure if you want to go to the blockchain service, you can go to all the time, and we will make sure that is always online. So so zero service outage. So it's very, I think it's very good for our business. So for business, it's more important because business can get the money, can get a benefit. So it's very important. Very important. So we pay some. So we should make sure the node service cannot shut down. Okay, for the this is for the staking. Let's just compare. This is a benefit, and this is what we have. So for validator effectiveness, we got the 99%, and for average is 95%. So we can got more than 10% benefit per year from the Ethereum work. So we got some so because that we have some technology to make sure we can got the right slot from the world. Even no one, not even you are even the data is in other place, not in Asian, maybe in Europe or in America. So we can go to the correct slot, and we based on Huawei cloud the network of the world, we can get the data. You can get the right data more faster than other companies. So that's what that's why we can go to the 99% effectiveness. So it's very good for the staking because we can get more money from Ethereum network. So okay, that's all for our node serving node engine service. So this is some case some customer. This one is one exchange using our Ethereum and Tron node service. So he reduced the human resource. Reduce the human resource, and now he just one click and wait several minutes, and he can go to his node service. So and we provide the where we have available for him. So he just not worry about the service, and he can focus on his business. So this is the exchange case, and this case is staking case, and this customer is a famous staking customer, and he has so many. I think he has 8,000 validators. He got 8,000. You know, every validator you need got 32 Ethereum, so this should be very expensive. Yeah. So he have 8,000. So for one node, he got the 800 validator. The one node is connect 800 validator. So for the effectiveness, he got the 99%, and for the APR, from 5.7 and up to the 6.1. So for every year, he can get million money benefit from this from our service. Okay, so this is a very very nice, and this is very good for staking company. Okay, that's all for the our service, and next our colleague Yang Ruijie will introduce how to use Node Engine service, and introduce about the API, and introduce about other things. If you have any other developer question, I think we can discuss with him. Okay. Ruijie.
Okay, thanks. Hey guys, the same as to you guys, I'm also a developer, but for the Huawei Cloud Node Engine service. And thanks to my colleague, he introduced a lot of features and background about our product. And actually, we've already released our product on Huawei Cloud in Singapore region. And if you are going to use it or know more information about this product, you can enter the Huawei Cloud international station, and you can search our product here with our short name NES, and you can click here to our portal, and it has some like a product advantage and a scenario, and also some brief introduction to our functional capabilities. And you can also um, uh, get in touch, read our documentation here. And it contains a lot of information related to your development experience, including the how to use it and the API we are going to offer, and some FAQs. But I will skip off the I will skip most of the contents here. Let's go to the console, our product directly, and I will show you how to use it and how it looks like with the real production environment. So let's click here to enter the console. Yeah, yeah. So it's the console of the Wild Cloud Web3 Node Engine service. And as you see, currently we offered the dedicated public blockchain node for the developer. And in the few days, we will also offer the shared mode. So I will show how to use it. And this is the dashboard. And in the dashboard, I believe it relatively clear clearly showed how to use it in in an easy way. So we need before we start our development, we need to firstly uh, purchase a public blockchain node, and then we can, and then we need to wait for seconds, and then we can access the node that we purchased previously. And this is not the end of our experience. After we release the app, we need to uh, care about how it runs, including the status of the application and also the middleware it relay on, including the blockchain node. So we also provide some metrics uh, to show the status of our public blockchain node. And here we can see that this is my test account, internal account. And I've already bought some resource here and made some API calls. So if you are a new user to our product, everything is empty here. So we need to firstly join the public blockchain means we need to buy a node. And currently we offered Ethereum and Tron network, including the mainnet and the testnet. We can choose the network that we are going to interact with here. And we can choose mainnet and Ethereum Sepolia, and we choose the mode we are going to use, including the full node, which means it's for the purely DApp interact with, and also the full node for staking. It is for the validator to interact with. So I'm going to choose the full node here, and let's create one. Okay, as you see, the node that we purchase just now is creating, and it will take about 20 to half an hour. And if we build a list node from zero with our raw virtual machine, it will take about 3 to 4 days to synchronize the data. And if we, this is for the Ethereum, and if we need to build a Tron node for mainnet, we need to wait for 1 week or more. So it will take time. So we don't wait for it. We directly choose one existing node. So we can click here to enter the detail of the node, and it will show some more information about this node, including the client type that we choose and the version of the client, and the most important, the RPC endpoint that we are going to use in the next step. We can call it directly with our console, or we can invoke it, invoke the API with Postman, or we can integrate it to our the app. So I will show you um, how to use it. So we can copy the address here, and we open our Postman. So I've already have one. Let's choose. It's a Ethereum node, right? Okay, it's a Ethereum one. So I input the address here, and let's try what will happen. It said that the authorization failed, and we need to uh, request it with some security credential. So let's back to our system, Here is a notice that to tell us that we need to call it with API key, and we can click here to it's a little. So we can go back to the console and create this API key, the authentication credential. So let's create a new one. We can input a description here and click here, create. And it will download the file. And please notice that once we download this file, we cannot get this again from the console. So please make sure that you keep this carefully. Oh. So this is the credential of our node. So let's paste it here. So let's try and see what will happen. Yeah, the node give us some response. And this is actually the height of the Ethereum mainnet. And we can translate it to the number to the format that we can understand. Sorry, I need to use the Chinese system here. So we translate into, yeah, this is the height that we can understand. So we paste it here temporarily. And let's open the Etherscan. Yeah, in this website, in this stage, we can see the main information about Ethereum. And the latest block said that the newest height is this. Let's compare. So the one that we get is 545 and is 549. Let's query again. Oh, and to delete this and do the transformation. Wait. Wait a sec. 552. 554. So actually, the Ethereum will generate the block about every 12 seconds. So our node will offer is actually the real-time data. And this is just an example of how to invoke the node API. And we use the Postman here, and we can also use the Git bash. And for our real scenario, development scenario, we can also integrate these RPC endpoint into our code. So it is an example of a Web3 dApp, and I use the Web3 JavaScript here. So previously, if you are using other node hosting service, or you build a node owned by yourself, you will input the address here with your own address. And now, if you are using our own system, you only need to change the address here with only one line of code change. So it's very convenient for us to migrate from other service to the Huawei Cloud service. And let's back to the console and see what we miss. So except the basic settings that I've already introduced just now, we also have some more information that you can have a review here. So here you can see that how much resource that this node consumed and consuming now, including the CPU and the memory and some other metrics. And for this one, we can see that in the last 30 minutes or 1 hour or 1 day, how many API calls we've already done, and what type of API we called in the specific period. And we also provide the alarm to notice the users that if the resource is not that enough, we will notice the user, so that the user can update the specification of this node in time to avoid the damage of their business. We don't try here, so I because it also takes some time. And I've introduced the Ethereum stuff, and for the Tron node, actually it is the same. And I've already filled the relative information here. So I am going to call the get now block API to get the newest block of the Tron network, and it will return me with all of the information, including the number and the transaction inside. Let's have a try. Oh, wait a second. Okay, it's okay now. So you see, a lot of data about this block is returned. So this is the main function of our system currently. And what I didn't show to you guys is how to connect your Ethereum validator to our system, because the whole process still takes some time, but it's much better than you do this from scratch. So let's back to the documentation of our system. And as I said before, we provide a lot of guidance and introduction to our system, and I believe that this documentation, this document can guide you to start your development journey with our system. And about the most important, the API, we also expose all the API that we support currently. Basically, it is all of the it's the same with the API that your let you let the node that you build by yourself, but we still hide some API with a risky action, which may damage the normal status of your node. So the whole point is that we will provide secured and high performance and stable node to the developers, so that the developer can focus on the more important business logic rather than the maintenance of the node. Yeah, you see, we listed all of the API that we support here, and you can take a look after this training. So I think this is all of the contents of my showcase, and we can have some communication if you have any questions. Is there anyone has questions?
Okay, if no other question, so that's all for today. Yeah, just feel free.
Oh, any question? You could write you could write your question in the chat box or ask the instructor directly. So any question? Okay, if no question, the training will be ending. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.